My name's Josh, I go to Hawthorne and I'm in Year 9. This is my film, which is all to do with bullying. Throughout the film we touch on different types of bullying, from cyberbullying to physical bullying. Also we touch on how different people cope with bullying. Some people, they see their friends about it, they tell their parents, but then for some people the only way they feel for it to end is if they were to take their own life, and we cover that. This film means a lot to me because I know what it's like to be the victim of bullying. So that's obviously why I've done the film. This is my film, it's called The Victim and it's all about bullying.
4 o'clock Friday, I'm home at last, time to forget the week that passed. On Monday break they stole my ball, and threw it over the garden wall. On Tuesday morning I came in late, but they were waiting behind the gate. On Wednesday afternoon, in games, they threw mud and called me names. Yesterday, they laughed after the test, cause my marks were lower than the rest. Today, they trampled my books on the floor, and kept me in because I swore. 4 o'clock Friday, at last I'm free. For 2 whole days, they can't get me.
Bullying is becoming more and more of a serious issue. Around 50,000 primary school children are bullied every week during term time. School bullying statistics and cyberbullying statistics show that 77% of students are bullied mentally, verbally and physically. Between 15 and 20 children every year commit suicide because they are being bullied. However, there may be more we don't know about, and many more attempt suicide. During the documentary, you'll be able to see what it's like to live life as a victim of bullying. Also, you'll find out what different types of bullying there are and how each type can affect everyone. The stories you are hearing are all true, but I stress that actors have been used to play the parts. This documentary means a lot to me as I know what it's like to live the life of a victim. By the end of this documentary, I hope you realise that bullying is a real serious issue and can ruin lives.
So who are you and what was your encounter with bullying?
My name's James and I'm a victim of cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is when bullies would send you messages on your phone or on social networking sites, and that's what kind of happened to me then.
These groups on Facebook, did you feel that it was personal, or did you feel that you was just somebody to be bullied?
I think I was just basically picked out of a group or someone just to pick on that they probably knew I wasn't going to react to them or something, I wasn't going to say anything. And I think people then I thought were decent people were then staying away from me because it was not cool to talk to me or something. And then I feel like they alienated a lot of people then. And
did you start off dealing with it on your own, or did you get help?
To start off with, I thought I could deal with it. I thought it was just going to be one of those things, people were going to get bored and then move on. But after a while, and it went on for a longer time. I thought, then I didn't feel like eating. I'd start missing days off school, pretending I was ill.
As it went on longer than you thought, did you feel that you couldn't cope on your own and you had to tell someone?
After a few days off, they realised then that something was wrong, and then they came over, and I had to tell them then that I was being bullied. Well, they knew I was being bullied because they see it on Facebook, but I think they then started to realise how it was starting to affect me. And then straight away they said that there were people we could talk to, so we went to see the teachers that you could feel comfortable talking with, and then they recommended this eye-to-eye counselling where people would talk to you about it and help you deal with what was going on.
So do you feel as if your encounter with bullying is affecting you long term, or do you feel as if you can just move on with it?
I think it's something that will stay with me and I will remember. It's not a good time, but I don't think it's going to affect me for the rest of my life. I think it's something that I will move on from and then just be a stronger person with it.
What is your best advice for people who are being cyberbullied?
There are steps you could take. First, you could talk to someone about it if you feel overwhelmed by it. I think a lot of people start to feel emotionally that they're outnumbered. So that's something that you could do, could talk to someone about it. It's easy enough. Then through these counselling things, there were steps you could take on these social networking sites to prevent people from contacting you. You could report them, and then they could stop. Just little things like that just help you balance out the scales a bit. So really, I think it would just be to talk to someone to just feel more confident in yourself first, then take the rest of the steps to do something about the bullies.
James, thank you very much for taking your time to tell us your story today.
I can't believe it. I let it get that bad looking back now. I let it get to the point where I tried to top myself. I just felt like the whole world was against me. I self-harmed. Went to school with huge cuts down my arm. All my friends knew about it though. They didn't really care that much. They thought it was just some fun, as if it was going to stop after a week or two. I can remember one lunchtime in school, these two boys ganged up on me and had me on the floor, beating me up. I looked up and my friends just stood there thinking it was a huge joke, laughing. I couldn't believe it. I didn't tell anyone at the start, tried to keep it to myself. But that day, my mum found out, because I went home with these huge bruises on my face. My mum was like, "What's that?" And I was like, "It's nothing." And in the end, I had to tell her. She went proper ape, threatened to phone the police the lot. So the school got involved and they expelled the boys for a couple of weeks. But the hard thing is that I still see them all the time as they're in my year, but in a different form class, so I don't have to bother them. When that was finished and was sorted out, this other person started having a go at me, just calling me names and stuff like that. But luckily, they stopped up after a couple of days. My best advice for anyone who's being bullied is to tell someone. Never feel like you are on your own. Your friends, your parents, anyone is better than keeping it to yourself. Never ever let it get that bad that you think that killing yourself is the only answer, because it never is. No matter how bad you feel, there is always a light at the end of the tunnel, cheesy as, but true. And the only reason why they do it is to make themselves feel big and make you small. Made me feel very small. Dear Mum and Dad, I'm sorry for this, but this is how I feel. I'm in my room in darkness and cold. I'm thinking of ending it. I'm always alone and never having any fun. I'm thinking of going. I run away from home. I'm nowhere to be found. I'm thinking of leaving. I have the knife in my hand and the note in the other. I'm thinking of cutting. Now that I'm alone with a knife to my chest, I'm about to disappear. I say my last words. This was fate and goodbye. I'm about to commit suicide. I have my last breath and I'm now dead. I have just committed suicide. Love you and always will. See you in heaven.